welcome to the Rare Fishing Channel.
Today we will share information about around the sea world.
Let's explore the sea!
Fishing secrets you don't know about. Everyone has secrets, but good anglers, it seems, keep more than their fair share. The friendly competitive nature of fishing makes it so. Every fisherman wants to one-up his buddies in the catching department. So when a great fish catching tactic is discovered, the angler keeps it confidential. Base secrets. During warm weather, night fishing often produces more bass. And some of the best night fishing lures are topwater crawlers like the arbogast jitterbug that have been around for decades. You'll catch a lot of longer largemouths by just casting and retrieving a crawler. But you'll probably miss a lot of fish that swirl at your lure but don't get hooked. After swearing me to secrecy, a friend showed me a way to remedy that on a basing with a bat strip several years ago. Catfish secrets. An old friend taught me this recipe for a great inexpensive bait that will catch eating-sized channel catfish better than almost anything. Buy a package of cheap hot dogs, the cheaper the better. Cut them into bite-sized pieces. Put the pieces in a zip seal plastic bag, add 2 or 3 heaping tablespoons of minced garlic and 1 package of unsweetened strawberry Kool-Aid. Add enough water to cover the hot dogs, zip shut and refrigerate overnight. For some reason we don't understand, catfish love the taste and smell of garlic. The Kool-Aid imparts a brilliant red color to the franks, a color catfish see and associate with something wounded and bloody. This, too, makes the bait more attractive. Bluegill secrets. I got this tip from an old gray-headed bream aficionado who always seemed to catch more bluegills than me. Add a piece of banana peel to the cage you keep your crickets in, he said. This gives the crickets a flavor and aroma that bluegills find irresistible. What if you're fishing a long way from town and run out of crickets or other bait? Here's what Uncle Guy did. He'd start wading in the shallows and looking for snails and mussels. Lots of anglers never think about it, but these make great baits for bluegills, red deer sunfish and other panfish. Mussels were opened with a knife and cut into small pieces. Fish love these baits like a Frenchman loves escargot. So don't lay your pole down after you cast your bait. It won't be long before you're fighting a nice fish. Trout secrets. A friend who owns a trout dock on Arkansas' Little Red River taught me that some of the best baits for trout are the larvae of bee moths. Impale 3 or 4 of these waxy colored grubs on a fine wire hook, and leave the ends wiggling enticingly. Then squish a miniature marshmallow on your line just above the hook. The marshmallow serves as a float. The waxworms are now buoyant. Trout can see them, and you will catch the trout. Old-timers say crickets and grasshoppers make great trout baits. Secure one on a thin wired hook, then fish it on top like a fly. Use light line and no way, pitch it out, twitch it, ripple the water. Then hang on, action won't be long coming. Walleye secret. When you're fishing for walleyes, one of the best live baits to use is leeches. You may be wondering, though, how do I get leeches? In some states, you can buy them from bait dealers, but in many areas, you'll have to collect your own. You can find them in ponds with lots of cattails or lily pads, and you can catch them using this long-forgotten method. Take a big hunk of fresh beef liver and stuff it in a burlap bag you've poked a couple dozen holes in with a knife. Tie off the end of the bag with a piece of rope and toss it into shallow water. Leeches will squirm through the holes in loose fabric to reach the bloody liver. And when you come back and pull it in, bingo! You got fish bait! Minnow secret. Minnow baits will entice almost any fish that swims, from a big old bass or catfish to panfish like perch and crappie. In my youth, while camped on a river sandbar with Uncle Guy, we realized we had no more minnows for the next day's crappie fishing. Unperturbed, my uncle strode to the high water line, whacked down a willow bush with his hatchet, dragged it back to the river and tossed it into the shallow water with the trunk protruding over the sandbar. That night, after readying the minnow buckets within reach, he crept up to the submerged willow and swiftly dragged it out of the water and up the bank in one quick move. In the watery trail of the willow flopped hundreds of native minnows. We filled our buckets at night and our crappie stringers the next morning.
Thanks for watching this video.
Don't forget to like,
Comment,
share,
and subscribe this channel.
see you later!